Wow, I am very surprised you could swallow that pill of drafting Kirk Cousins, Dave.
As long as I don't have to take Mitch Bum Trubisky, I'm good.
You know what's going to happen. Every time you need him to do something for you, he's going to fail you.
No. That's in the playoffs. In the regular season, he's fine. Playoffs is garbage. I don't need him for the playoffs. Playoffs are week 14 in fantasy, brother.
You're talking about playoffs?
Yeah, for fantasy. And in week 14 and 13 they start. In playoffs in the actual football world, I don't have to worry about him for that. It's the regular season I'm good with.
I don't know how many Bears fans I've seen online that will fight you to the death about Mitchell Trubisky.
They will take any angle to make that man look good.
They'll be wrong.
God,
wrong.
he's a glorified Chad Pennington.
Okay, you guys stop. You're being too negative. It's regression to the mean. They're overhyping a guy. Let's see where he comes in year 2 of this Nagy system without the defense to lean on. I think it's going to be a lot less explosive and a lot more Alex Smith. That's why I think the Cohen pick is very valuable to me.
All I'm saying is the fact that Kirk Cousins, I took him because I feel like adding Thielen, Diggs, Irv Smith Jr. they just picked up, Kyle Rudolph. He's going to have a ton of throwing ability to be able to come out and sling the ball. We know we can get the balls going. We understand that. But that's why I also picked up Galladay. I think Galladay is going to be a big part of Detroit's offense. He's big, physical receiver. They can go up and get the ball. He showed that last year. Just got to stay healthy, but I think he can do it.
I like the Galladay pick. I've been taking Galladay as often as I can to be my second wide receiver in these mock drafts that I do because he's a great value where he's coming in. Normally I'll grab Edelman to be my safe, just get some catches type guy. And then
he's the number one wideout in that roster.
Exactly. So real quick,
I think Dillon's back up.
Yeah. Before I take my pick, though, I want to get your guys. I want to get a take on your guys' strategy. So I know there's only really 4 quarterbacks to choose from in this draft that we're doing. But is that normally something you guys tend to do early, is pick up quarterbacks, or is that just a strategy for this draft?
Depends on where I'm picking and how the boards fell ahead of me.
So guys, Well, I mean, you got a guy like Patrick Mahomes. I mean, he's been going early, like 3rd round, sometimes even 2nd round. Do you guys take a risk on a guy like that early on?
I will take Aaron Rodgers before I take Patrick Mahomes because Patrick Mahomes is losing weapons and is in year 2 of a system. He's down for that slump. Not saying the whole season's bad, but you have to look at strategy early.
What weapons did he lose?
Huh?
What weapons did he lose?
He had more weapons last year than he's going to have.
Hunt got replaced by Damian Williams, Tyreek Hill's back, Travis Kelce's there, so they're Nicole Hardman, and you got Sammy Watkins. You still got the full offense.
What quarterback has repeated a MVP season and such the way he had last year? None. Okay, he's going. I'm
not saying he's going to come out and have a 5,000-yard season, but I think that he's still going to put up something like 4,600 yards. I'm not saying 5,000, but I still believe he'll be up there in that 4,500 to 5,000 range.
Every year I've played fantasy football, I've been out of the playoffs before week 7. So I look at things a little differently. You got to look at
maybe you should look at them the other way, Jay. Maybe you'll get in the playoffs.
No, I'm doing the Constanza stuff. I am going against all of my.
Oh Jesus! Here we go.
And I'm doing the opposite, and it will work.
Here we go. All right.
That's where.
Yes, Dylan.
Well, that's kind of what I was asking because normally I'm a guy who will wait till way later, sometimes even until the very last round to draft a quarterback because I think there's always value to be had at that position. So
I've done that before, though. I've done that before, and it matters. Like Jay said, there's variables where I am. Say if I'm like it's a 12-man team and we're doing a dynasty league and I'm at 11th. So that means I almost get 2 back-to-back picks. I mean, perfect example, I had a chance. I still can't believe this. I picked up Julio Jones and Michael Thomas at 11th and then the 14th pick. I picked up both of those guys, but then I was still able to go ahead and leave all the way down and still somehow grab frickin' Phillip Rivers in my damn, my last round of the damn draft because he was still there. And Phillip Rivers puts up numbers. He's just not a popular name in fantasy.
True. Phillip Rivers is almost Mr. Consistency as far as passing for 4,000 yards. He always is very efficient. You know, sometimes he throws more interceptions than others, but yeah, he's a great name as far as guys that you can get later on that are still going to give you those top 10 by the end of the year type performances.
Okay, now, what's your pick, Dylan? I think that was a stall so that he could think while we talked, Dave. I think we just got.
Yeah, I think it was too.
I think we just got hoodwinked.
You figured me out,
Trubisky.
No, actually, this is what I love about other players taking quarterbacks early is that very valuable guys can fall right into your lap. And while I was sad about not grabbing Dalvin Cook in round 2, I'm certainly more than willing to scoop up that ultra value in round 3 and take Dalvin Cook, who on the Minnesota Vikings, who are going to be just, especially against a team like, I don't know, the Packers, they're going to be marching up and down the field, constantly in the red zone. And Dalvin Cook is going to see plenty of opportunities to score. Had 615 yards last year on only 133 attempts.
So you tell me how he's going to do that on one leg.
That's the problem. That's where I take the risk. But in our little mock draft, in round 3, I'm more than willing. He's going in round 2 in most 12-man PPR draft. I'm not sad about that value at all. In a format like PPR fantasy football where 3-down running backs are so hard to come by.
I'll have to say this. You hoodwinked Dave and I to get extra time to think, and what you did to yourself is overanalyze the fact of value on who's on the board. And what you
talked himself into Cook.
What you really did, is talk yourself out of the more valuable player that's on the board right now and leave him to make my team just studly as hell. And since I even get to double up, this is very dangerous for you. Because now I get to take Aaron Jones for the exact same reason in an offense that you're going to see his usage go way up. And in a PPR league, he might not have the carries because it's proven in my homework after he gets over 18 carries, his yards per carry go down. But now he's going to be making all those receptions that he wasn't allowed to have opportunities in Mike McCarthy because he couldn't pass block. Well, when you're putting in the slot and on jet sweeps and all that stuff, you don't need to worry about his pass blocking. So thank you for leaving me with Aaron Jones. Thanks.
Oh, you're welcome.
What do you think about that, Dave?
I think it's a solid pick. What's your next one?
Is the other wide receiver in the Vikings land still there in Diggs?
Yes, sir.
He is.
That's who I want. Speedster.
Hey, sounds like another hard pill to swallow there, Green Bay fan. But I like your team, the way it's shaping up so far. You got A-Rod, Cohen. Grabbed another running back in Aaron Jones and Diggs. So you got the 1-2 punch in Cohen and Jones. And you finally grabbed your receiver, Stephon Diggs. Brings it back to me. Got some interesting options here. Not too many other Lions off the board. I could take my quarterback if I wanted to. But with the board shaping up the way it is, knowing that you guys aren't going to take another quarterback, so I don't have to take Stafford here if I don't want to. And to be honest, I don't want to just yet. It's making it tough. I think I am finally going to grab another wide receiver, a guy who I think has a lot of potential in year 2 of this offense with the Chicago Bears, and that is Mr. Allen Robinson.
Ew.
That's another one of those
That's
guys.
right.
Well, how's he going to do it on one leg?
No. Too much pay for little play.
Listen, it's been a few years since that 1,400-yard, 14-touchdown season in Jacksonville. But damn it, if he can do it with Blake Bortles, he can do it with Mitchell Trubisky.
He ain't gonna do it.
Dylan, what are you doing right now, man?
Because Mitchell can't throw a ball past 30 yards and be accurate.
Well, I witnessed it as an Eagles fan myself. Had 152 yards in that double doink game, and I believe a single touchdown, if not two. A-Rod's got potential. The other A-Rob, not A-Rod, A-Rob, has a lot of potential in year two in Matt Nagy's offense. So the way my team is shaping up, no quarterback yet, but ultra value in Adam Thielen, Kerryon Johnson, Dalvin Cook, and Allen Robinson. So I've got two backs, two wide receivers. Dave, you're still looking for your first running back.
And he's got back-to-back.
I am. And I'm actually going to go with David Montgomery, the rookie.
That's the hammer.
And I'm actually going to go with another Bears receiver because I think he's going to tear it up. I'm going to go with Anthony Miller.
Oof.
Ooh, Davis.
Man, I don't know.
For a while. He had a pretty decent rookie year.
I think Montgomery is going to be their hammer. I think he fits well into their offense because if you go look at what Kansas City did with Kareem Hunt, I think Montgomery is going to do the same thing. Chicago doesn't have the best line, but it's still good enough to run the ball. And, yeah, Cohen will take some targets away with their passing game, but I still think Montgomery is going to be able to hammer it. I'm still jealous that the Bears got him because I think he's a hell of a back. But my next pick, Anthony Miller. He's the multi-tool Swiss knife of the Bears team. I think he's going to start over Tyler Gabriel. I think he's going to come out and chill out. He does a little bit of everything, and I think that's what makes him so useful in Nagy's offense. You can put him anywhere, and he produces.
They're not bad picks. They're not bad picks, especially where we are in the draft, and we only got 4 teams to pick from. They're not bad picks. You got to look for value in strange places the way we're doing this right now.
That's true. I
had to take my biases off.
Anthony Miller. I'll say this, Dave. If Anthony Miller starts tearing it up in the regular season, you have my permission to post Miller time all over our timeline.
I plan on doing it if that happens.
You have been on this hype train early and often.
He has. You have to give him his credit there, Dylan.
All right. So the way...
You're up, Dylan.
That's right. I'm up, and I think I'm finally ready to take my quarterback. Mr. 4000 himself had sort of a down year last year, but I'm willing to take him. The tough, the only, the ball cap backwards, Mr. Matt Stafford. Whew, finally got my quarterback.
I mean, there's really nothing to say there. I mean, it's like, you're stuck with him or Trubisky. I mean, it's not that surprising.
That's right, but I got the cannon, Uncle Rico himself. He could throw that pigskin over the mountain.
Am I up now? Is that what's going on?
You are up. I like Stafford's weapons. I think adding Danny Amendola to the team sort of gives them another Golden State type that can move the chain. Still got Marvin Jones. Still got smooth route Kenny Galladay. But yes, you're up. Let's get that double up pick from you, my friend.
I am taking a guy that showed every sign of every former person that was drafted and similar. A guy that, has spent an off season with one of the greats. I'm taking MVS. Excuse me.
I was about to say, he's a defensive lineman, Jay.
See, I was trying to think defense, and I was thinking defense and offense at the same time. See there, 14 slip. No, I'm taking MVS. And then On my another pick, I am going to go ahead and I'm pulling my defense, and I'm taking. No, actually, I'm not. I'm going to take Hawkinson.